Hey guys, so a little disclaimer before we start this video. It is edited. The music is Matt Keenan, or Ken. I have issues pronouncing his last name. I have his permission to use his song. You had to pick on me. This is edited because I wanted to address something I wasn't satisfied when I put the video out originally to be scheduled. So now I'm editing it with this in the front before it gets into the main video. Sorry, I'm a little tired. I went out and I did my normal exercising. I did my push-ups, my sit-ups here at the house. The video is mostly my story of going through bullying, and well, it's no secret to those who are my friends and my good friends and some of my family that I went through a dark time, and I address a issue in there that results from bullying quite a bit in the news. It's reported quite a bit. I just want to say I'm not going through that now. I've got a great support network, so please watch through the whole video and be aware that my situation has changed, but my advice still stands as really good advice for those who are in need of it. Thank you. Hey guys, Jared Jones 21 here. So I got a message back from a country music artist who I am a very big fan of. His music has actually been a great deal help to me as a. It's just been a great deal help to me. I put it out there yesterday that I was going to be doing a special video addressing an issue, bullying, that hits kind of close to home. I'm going to play the music. I have his express consent in an email saying that I am permitted to use his music, his song. So it's playing in the background now, as you guys can probably hear. So to start out with, bullying to me is a very close and personal issue to me personally, as I am a victim of it. Starting, I believe, in kindergarten, I started getting bullied quite a bit as a kid. Sorry guys, this is really emotional. I don't usually address issues like this to people because it's very emotional and very personal. But I was bullied all the way up till 8th grade, even in 9th grade. And there's quite a few stories I can give you guys of it. Times where I was pushed, punched. I believe it was in 4th grade. I was backed against the chain link fence at recess and got the crap kicked out of me. I got crap kicked out of me, and I got bullied repeatedly. Every time I would go to the staff at my elementary school and middle school and high school even, I was seen as the bully because at one point a teacher saw me stand up for myself and said that I was the bully. And so I almost never fought back against it due to the fact that I would be the one getting punished. Now, it got really bad. I would skip school. I wouldn't go to school at all. I would not go. I believe it was my 5th or 6th grade year that I actually skipped one day, and I had missed so many days that the school sent a sheriff's deputy to come and pick me up and take me to school forcefully if need be. And it got my mom and dad into trouble. DPS got involved. All this stemming from bullying that wasn't. I had done nothing to deserve. I was a nice kid. I was loving. I was sweet, and I was bullied quite a bit growing up. And it got to a point where right around my 4th, 5th, and 6th grade years, I started having, mixed with my bipolar, which I guess is genetic or something, because it's just something I've dealt with since I was younger. I started having suicidal thoughts. I started considering killing myself, and it took all the way up until my 8th grade year. I moved from my original school, though my reputation as a bully, as the school saw me, spread because it was the same school system. I managed to make friends with a guy I am still incredibly good friends with. He's been my best friend since 8th grade, Brady, and he's been a great help. But at the end of my 8th grade year, I was told I would have to move. I would have to move several states away to Tennessee, leave my support network that I had built for myself to try to get out of that bullying situation. And I couldn't cope. We moved down to Tennessee. I immediately reclused myself. I shut myself in. I made a couple of friends, but they really weren't friends. They were just people I hung around with in the school. They weren't, I didn't confide in them. I didn't talk to them or anything. I don't even remember their names if I even learned them. And I remember there was a guy there who just hated everyone. He was a huge racist. He was a horrible person. Repeatedly called me racial, what he perceived as a racial slur. He thought I was Jewish or something because of the size of my nose. And come May 10th, we were still in school due to some snow days, and my sister went around the school saying that she turned 18. I was happy for her. And I shared a kind of remedial English class with him, and he got in my face and said, "You know what? I think it'd be pretty interesting to go over to your house and record your sister in a little Jew-on-Jew porn." And I just snapped. I grabbed him by the throat and slammed him against a wall. Just at that point, I'd gone through 6 months of his repeated abuse, and I just snapped. And I've only ever done that one other time, and it was at my last high school. I went to, one kid was just, he messed with me, he threatened me. At one point, I think the incident was that he took a swing at me, and I grabbed him by the throat and slammed him against the wall to try to get him to back down. And I'm not normally a violent person. I usually wouldn't do that, but it hits close to home. And honestly, bullying is a horrible thing. If you even remotely joke about something that cuts deep into someone, you're a horrible person. I understand if you think you're joking, but people have different levels of breaking points. I like to think that I have a pretty good breaking point now, but back in those days, I remember crying myself to sleep several times growing up. I remember crying myself to sleep in school even. I remember one time I defended myself against a bully, I think in 3rd or 4th grade. I don't even think I did anything bad. I just got sentenced to ISS or detention and put in a detention cell, and I literally cried myself to sleep. I cried so hard feeling bad that I was being punished for standing up for myself that I cried myself to sleep. And I cried myself to sleep, and I just wake up, and my mom is there at the school, and the school's nurse is there. And I never heard anything of what happened after that. But I remember being told numerous stories of how the school would fabricate stuff about me being a bully, saying that I gashed a kid's head open with a plastic lunchbox. And, the student never got any medical treatment. The parent never sought any retribution. Nothing. Which is bogus. And it feels bad to... It feels bad just thinking about it. Now, normally I'd cry, because I usually do when I think about this kind of thing, but I think I've cried to myself enough recently, with other stuff going on, that this isn't affecting me as much as it should. But if you're going through anything, any kind of bullying, please find someone to talk to. A friend, a parent. My mistake was I didn't go to anyone. I kept it bottled up, and it kills you. It destroys your ability. Even now, I still think about all the stuff that was said to me, and all the stuff that I was told, and everything like that, that at this point it actually hits really close to home for me. It hurts to even put on a fake mask to the general people that see me, to put on this mask of being a proud, arrogant person. At this point, it feels like I'm lying to myself and everyone else. Bullying is not something that can be solved by, going and telling a teacher, and the teacher trying to help. I know that's the general way they tell you to fix this, but it doesn't work. You're just making it worse. The only way you're going to solve bullying as the victim is you need to go and find a support network. You need to find people that you can trust, that will back you, that will rise you up. That's what Brady and Asylum did. Asylum completely helped me remake myself into a different person. And Brady helped me get through that. And me and him still talk all the time. Honestly, guys, yes, you should tell a teacher. Yes, you should tell a principal. If your school truly has a zero-tolerance policy for bullying, that's good. But ultimately, it doesn't. You're still going to face backlash. But don't bottle it up. Don't try to handle it yourself. You will not be able to. I can't. And I'm really strong-willed. I know plenty of people that haven't. It's sad, and it's bad to try to hold it in on yourself. At this point, you just need to find someone that you trust, that can talk to you, that you can confide in, because they are going to be your best friends for life. So, if you guys watch this, I'm willing to talk. Just tell me down in the comments. You got the Twitter. Just follow me on Twitter. I'll follow you back. We can be discreet. We can discuss this if you don't want to be public about it. But honestly, bullying, it's a tough thing to deal with. A lot of people that I talk to that have been bullies, that they were bullied, and it's how they redirect that pain. Ultimately, another good coping mechanism that I've had is I throw myself into stuff. I've found that if I have so much on my plate to do, I don't have any room to think about any pain, anything like that. Now that doesn't always work. That won't work with everyone. I mean, my mom, who suffers through depression, she is having a lot on her plate doesn't help. And I don't know how long it helps for me, how long it's going to help for me, but it helps for me right now. But my best advice, find a friend, a parent, a family member, a cousin, anyone that you trust. They will, if you truly trust them and you feel that they are there for you, like me in Asylum and me and Brady. I know in a moment's notice I could tell Brady that I need help, and he'll be there in some way, shape, or form. I don't expect him to come rushing down here, but he'll be there for me. I messaged him the other day, going through some tough stuff, and it was like 3 a.m. and he had to work in 2 hours, and he got back in touch with me. So, please, reach out to people. We don't need any more young children going and becoming headstones. That's not needed. You know, we don't need that. Sorry guys, I guess I am tearing up a little bit when I get to that, but please, go find someone that you trust. As I've said, my channel isn't just about me and gaming. I plan to address stuff that hits close to home. Suicide, bullying, Special Olympics, stuff that hits close to home. There's never any good reason to keep everything to yourself. It's hard to cope with it on your own, trust me. There's been times in my past where I've wanted it. I've wanted nothing but to just stare death in the face and give up. And it's always a friend that pulls me out of it. Now, I selected the song that you guys are hearing right now because it deals with bullying. But another song by Mr. Matt Keenan. Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name. I apologize for that. That really addresses it is "The Call." It's the song that he's widely regarded for being famous by. In my opinion, the song that should get all the attention is this one. Bullying is one of the big issues facing kids. I can't tell you how many times I've walked back to my old high school and seen it happening and immediately wanted to do something, but realized all I could do was go tell an administrator. As a graduated person who's an legal adult, I can't do anything to help anyone. But I always do try to help others that are in need. And for those of you that are in my fan base that watch this, even if you're not a subscriber or a fan, do what you can to help. If you find a kid crying on the sidewalk alone, be like Asylum. Asylum didn't have to come over and help me. He didn't have to extend his hand out and be my friend, and he did. And he's a hero for it. I don't think he honestly understands how much it means for me to have him as a friend. And for you guys, I think you'll truly realize what it means to have good friends. To be a friend that is there for someone in true need. So please go check that. Go be a friend to someone in need. Because they truly help. Maybe they don't have a good family life, but a good friend will always make a difference. Trust me on that one. You guys, I'm having issues just seeing my computer right now. Just the tears. This has been my most emotional video yet. And I apologize for that. If you guys aren't used to me being exposed as an emotional person, but I am. And be expecting that when it comes to more touchy subjects like suicide, when I start raising money for Alzheimer's, when I start raising money for Special Olympics, because all of these are things that I have had to look at and see the haunting realization of what it does to humans. So, please, go and just be friends. Go out, and if you find someone that needs a friend, extend your hand out there to be their friend. They need it. I cannot say it enough that how much a good friend is valued to people that need it. I would trade all the money in the world to have a million friends, to have just another friend like Asylum. So, please, go check that out. Go, be a friend. And if you're going through bullying, if you don't have a friend, just come talk to me. Talk to someone that you trust. There's always someone to trust. Trust me on that. There's always someone to trust. Guidance counselor. So, thank you guys. I know this is a different kind of vlog for you guys, but it's emotional, and I wanted to address this personally. Bullying needs to stop, and those being bullied, they need all the friends and all the support they can get. We need to stop. We need to stop looking at it after it ends. We need to stop being like, well, I could have been a great friend with her. It's a shame she's dead. It's a shame he killed himself. That's a shame. No. You need to stop now. There's no reason to harm others. Never. What did that boy who's cowering behind his lunchbox in the lunchroom do to you to deserve such mean treatment? What did he do? What did that girl who's slightly heavier than you do to deserve this abuse? Nothing. So, please, go, be friends, be supportive, be loving. There's never a good reason to be a bully. Never.